Hey everyone, Jose here with Doodma Gaming, and the last week or so has been filled with a bunch of fan theories and lists consisting of what Marvel vs. Capcom 4 would be like if it even existed. Since Disney dropped the Disney Infinity toy line, people have been theorizing that Capcom and Disney would be grouping up together to form a Marvel vs. Capcom 4. While we would love for this to happen and we want it to happen soon, whether or not that would happen is a completely different story. But if it did, these are the characters that we would like to see return or make their first appearance in the Marvel vs. Capcom franchise. Now obviously you guys won't agree with our list, so you should let us know in the comments below, but here we go. First character on our list will be Edward Venom. We chose Venom because Venom is actually a pretty badass character that has had a pretty long history with the Marvel vs. Capcom franchise, and it was pretty disappointing that he wasn't included in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. While there are plenty of Marvel characters that do deserve to return, such as Thanos, we want Venom to return, and it would make sense for him to return simply because Marvel Cinematic Universe can now use Spider-Man characters, meaning Venom is a now marketable character that will work in favor of Disney, as now they share the rights to the character alongside with Sony. Venom was a lot of fun in the previous Marvel vs. Capcom iterations, and it would be fun just to see him come back in an HD format, maybe with even some updated moves. But if they were to bring him back, I really hope the one thing they do keep intact is his taunt.
Come again. Village.
The first returning character that we would love to see coming back from the Capcom side would be obviously the one character we've been looking for such a long time is Mega Man. Capcom has trolled us numerous times in the past with the inclusion of Mega Man or even the representation of Mega Man in video games. He hasn't had his own proper game in such a long time. He wasn't even playable in the last Marvel vs. Capcom game. He was only playable in a completely different game, in a completely different franchise, Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U and the 3DS. Now, I'm not complaining because he was actually pretty fun to play as in that game, but the fact that we got Zero instead of Mega Man made me a little bit upset, simply because why couldn't we just have both? But it's time for the Blue Bomber to reclaim his spot that he rightfully deserves on the Capcom side of Marvel vs. Capcom 4. The first new character I'd like to see come from Capcom is actually sort of an unidentified character in itself, and that would be a Monster Hunter. If you're unfamiliar with the game, you play as a hunter who hunts down giant monsters, obviously, and once you've taken down your opponent, you actually use their bone, their skin, and various parts of their organs to make new armor and new weapons to take down even bigger monsters. Suck it, PETA! The game is very popular because of its co-op gameplay, and there is going to be a new Monster Hunter Generations coming out in the middle of summer for America. Honestly, just making a generic Monster Hunter character that can wield a switch axe or a great sword would be good enough to make a unique character himself. Hell, you can even let us control a monster itself. I would love to play as a Rathalos and take down Marvel characters all day. And the first brand new character that we would like to see to make an appearance in the Marvel side would be Black Panther. Coming right off of Civil War, we really liked Black Panther as a character. We really liked what he was able to do, and we feel like that would totally make sense in a Marvel vs. Capcom game. In fact, thinking about it right now, I would totally rock a team of X-23, Felicia, and Black Panther. It just makes sense. But in all seriousness, Black Panther was a lot of fun in the new Civil War movie, and if you haven't seen it, I definitely suggest you watch it, as for me personally, he was one of those characters that stole the show. Plus, it'd be pretty badass to see royalty duke it out amongst each other between Black Panther and Dr. Doom. The last character I would like to see make an appearance that would be new for Capcom would actually be Rashid from Street Fighter V. Similar to how C. Viper was representing Street Fighter 4 for Marvel vs. Capcom 3, it would make sense for Rashid to represent Street Fighter 5 for that cross-promotion. And let's be honest, with abilities of being able to create whirlwinds and tornadoes and jumping across the screen at various times, you'd be a natural fit for the Marvel vs. Capcom franchise. And don't even get me started with how much I would love to hear a new remixed version of his theme song. The last character we would like to see introduced for Marvel side is, of course, the one, the only, Squirrel Girl. Now hold on, don't click out of here, don't leave the video just yet, because I need to explain myself and I want to tell you why. And I know it's a weird decision, maybe you haven't even heard of this chick before, but believe me, Squirrel Girl is a badass. Now I know what you might be thinking, what's so special about this character? What makes her so unique? What's so awesome about a girl who could speak to squirrels, has retractable claws, and moves a little bit faster and hits a little bit harder? But let's look at what Squirrel Girl has done and accomplished in the Marvel Universe. First off, she did stand toe-to-toe with the poster boy, the main X-Men Wolverine. That's right, she actually held herself against the Wolverine. And not only has she fought, but also defeated the following: MODOK, Deadpool, that's right, the Merc with a mouth was defeated by Squirrel Girl, and Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom was defeated by a handful of squirrels that were under control by Squirrel Girl. And yes, that was written by Marvel legend Steve Ditko, so it's totally canon. And she saved Earth from Galactus. Oh, you know, just Earth, the place where we live. She saved it from Galactus, who eats things like Earth. Also, if you go to Marvel's website and look up Squirrel Girl and see her power grid officially in Marvel lore, she is completely maxed out on all stats. All of them. At this point, we should really be asking ourselves, should we even include Squirrel Girl? Because, well, she would be too OP. Honestly, she'd probably be too strong. She'd be the best. In fact, she might even be the final boss. Who knows? But we want her in there. And that's our list. Please let us know in the comments below whether or not you agree and who you want to see come back or make an appearance in Marvel's Capcom. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much. My name is Jose, and you have a very squirrely day. Do you see what I did there?